Hello, my name is Coach Shanae from Academic Coaching for World Changers. I'm here today to do a short video with you with information around systematic desensitization. Before we get started, I'd like to remind you that you can find out more information on our website about services that we offer, classes that we have, groups that we have. You'll find information about our coaches all on our website, Academic Coaching for World Changers. You can also find more information on our YouTube page around. We have different short videos, longer classes that Dr. Pam has taught on our YouTube page. Courses from some of our other coaches are there as well. While you're there, please remember to like and subscribe. And also on our website for academic coaches, there are many resources that are able to be purchased. You can purchase our book. Dr. Pam has just put out a new book to help prepare you for how to study and how to pass your test. Here at Academic Coaching for World Changers, we use Bloom's taxonomy as a way to learn our information. It's the hierarchy, it is our pyramid to help us understand the progress and the steps to take to learn our information. We start off by remembering the information. In order to remember it, it takes time, it takes practice. So that is why we recommend you study 4 hours a day, 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the evening. That way you begin to remember the information when you can recall facts and basic concepts. From there, you begin to understand the information. You begin to be able to explain the information to someone. You begin to be able to describe it and discuss the information. You're grasping the information and using it in your own words. From there, you begin to apply it. You can apply the information into new situations. You begin to interpret it and you analyze it. You then begin to compare and contrast to different theories or theorists and kind of differentiate what makes them different. And then you evaluate it. You can defend it and stand by the information, and you create it. You formulate it and really begin to make the information your own. That's how you know you're learning by the use of Bloom's taxonomy. You remember it and work your way up the learning ladder. Overall, we just want you to remember it's a reading test. Anything that you need to know in that question will be provided to you. We ask and like to remind you that you do not begin to add your own information into a question. You read the information that is provided to you, and that will be the way to help you answer the question correctly. Read the information that is given to you. Don't add or subtract. Read what is being given to you. It's a reading test. So we'll start off reading this question here together. Jasmine has come to therapy for treatment of a specific phobia towards dogs. She experienced a traumatic incident where she was attacked by a stray dog as a child. She has been terrified of dogs ever since. Now, as an adult, Jasmine is in a relationship with a man she cares very deeply about, but she is unable to visit him at his home because he has two dogs. Jasmine wants to reduce her fear of dogs so that she can continue her relationship. As a clinical social worker, you decide in collaboration with Jasmine that systematic desensitization will be a suitable treatment for her. When creating a fear hierarchy, which of the following would be the most appropriate as the lowest step on her fear hierarchy? A. Watching a video of dogs playing. B. Going to a dog park and observing. Or C. Viewing a photo of a dog. So we have to really think about this question and take our minds to a place to think about desensitization. What is systematic desensitization? So we're going to talk about that. And when we think about this question and what it's asking us, we understand what her fear is, why she has it, and we decide that since systemic desensitization is the way to treat her. So when we think about that and it's asking what would be the most appropriate as the lowest step on her fear hierarchy. So we have to think about what we know about that. And remember, it's a reading test. So in this situation, we know it's going to apply our knowledge of the fear hierarchy to identify the lowest fear. And so we're going to read each option and think about which would be the lowest on the fear hierarchy. Watching a video of dogs playing, going to a dog park and observing, or viewing a photo of a dog. So we should start with really thinking about what is the hierarchy. What is desensitization? Systematic desensitization. What is that? We know that it is really thinking about overcoming our fear and a phobia. When we think about overcoming our fear and phobia, we know that we are going to try to change our brain. We're going to change the way our mind thinks about fear. And we're going to choose being calm over being fearful. So, the goal of systematic desensitization is to really teach you how to relax and not panic when facing fear. So we know that it's an anxiety-producing stimulus is paired with relaxation-producing response, reducing fearful situation and replace negative with positive feelings. It can be used to treat anxiety disorders, PTSD, and phobias. When we think about this, it's really what we're saying. It's a real relaxing training, really way to relax and train our bodies. So we have this graph here, this few photo slides of someone who is fearful of spiders. So when we think about relaxing training, our first step is to really think about calming our body, ways to think about remaining calm, deep breathing, muscle relaxation, really thinking, okay, we are going to choose being calm over being fearful. And what this picture here is depicting, it speaks to our fear ladder. Let's think about ways to start off from the least scariest environment all the way to facing our fear. So, what we see here is we're going to think about ways to face our fears slowly. We are going to go from our least scary environment all the way to our biggest fear. And so the way we feel less anxious about the scenario. So what is described here is the woman is afraid of a spider. So we start off in the least scariest environment, her looking at the photo from a distance. Then she holds the picture. Let me hold it a little bit closer. Whoever's hand that is holding it in front of her. Now it's in his hand or her hand where she can actually look at it and see it closer. And we work our way to holding it, looking at it closer, and so you're able to hold it in your hand. That is really thinking about the fear hierarchy, facing our fears slowly. And so we begin getting less anxious. We're feeling more calm about whatever the fear is that we are facing. Our plan is to teach you how to relax, feeling less panic when we're facing our fear. So there is also, when we think about the fear hierarchy, we begin to think about rating our fears, exposing from the least intense fear for short periods of time. The stimuli lower on the hierarchy tend to produce less anxiety. So when I'm looking at the picture of the spider from a distance, then we work our way to stimuli higher on the hierarchy tends to produce more anxiety. We go from a distance looking at the photo to the spider hanging in front of us, to the spider being placed in someone's hand in front of us, to all the way to now I can possibly hold it. Implementing relaxation techniques to reduce the fear and anxiety. We want to think about facing this fear step by step. Not all at once, which is overwhelming, but one step at a time, slowly building confidence with the goal to stay calm. We want to take small, manageable steps. So we have here our fear hierarchy, which speaks about our fear rating. We rate each step from here at 0 to 100, 1 to 10. It can be just on a scale. So here at 0 to 100, with you think about the least amount of fear to 100 is our highest point of anxiety. So we start from the bottom and we work our way to practice and relaxation while we're facing our fear till we get less afraid and less afraid, less anxious and less anxious. So we think about a spider. Here we're at the 10, all the way to the most extreme anxiety is letting the spider crawl on your bare arm. So you rate it. You rate it slowly until you figure out, and we work through our steps. Think about the spider, and our next step is looking at the photo of the spider, looking at it in a closed box, holding all of these steps and working our way through relaxation techniques. And so we are less calm, more calm and less anxious each step of the way. So we go back to our question and we begin to look at our options. And what is it asking us? When creating a fear hierarchy, which of the following would be the most appropriate as the lowest step on the fear hierarchy? So the lowest step would be, where are we at when we are at our baseline, at our zero, right? That's the least step on the fear hierarchy. So we know going to the dog park, oh my, that sounds like that would be pretty high on the anxiety. So that's not our lowest step on the fear hierarchy. So we would rule that out immediately. Our next step to think about what's next. If we rule out B is watching a video of dogs playing or viewing a photo of a dog. Watching the video of a dog, that's still pretty anxiety provoking because you're seeing the dogs interacting in real life, well, in time on the video. So I would rule that out as well and stick with C, viewing a photo of a dog. That is a still image where you can see the dog and get comfortable looking, manipulating the photo until you're comfortable. And we can look at that dog and feel less anxious and more calm. So the most appropriate option on the fear hierarchy would be viewing the photo of a dog. It does not involve direct exposure to the dog, nor does it involve the dog engaging in action. So the should elicit a lower fear response when compared to the other options. So I hope you landed at that same option as I did. And I hope this video was helpful to understand systematic desensitization. If so, please check us out on YouTube. You'll see more videos with similar content such as this video. And remember to like and subscribe.